Hello everybody! Welcome to another Sunday Funday, and Megan is here! She has something to contribute. Because Megan got to actually see the movie this time. And of course it is Transformers Age of Extinction, the new one with the last night that is the thing, and it has 17,000 different titles because the Transformers universe is kind of lost. Yeah.
It's just called Transformers the last night.
To be fair though, this is a movie that creates a lot of weird plot holes. I will go ahead and talk about that early on about this film. Yeah, to talk about the last night, the first thing you have to talk about is what you think of the other ones. First one, liked it. Rather enjoyable recreation of the show. Second one, I don't mind it. I don't hate it as much as many other people do. I do admit it's an insanely flawed film, though. Third one, I think, is probably the best out of them all. It's the one that really feels like something actually happens throughout the whole thing. It feels like we actually also get a story that is about a central main character instead of 17 different stories that you don't care about any of them because they don't spend any time with them. And the fourth one can go fuck itself. It's the worst of the entire series. But what about you? What about you with the first 4 movies of this 5-movie series that we haven't talked about?
I like the first 2. Third one kind of sucked balls.
Megan has no taste, obviously.
I like the fourth one. Kind of breathed new life into the franchise, and this one is. I'm gonna go ahead and say it is even better. It's even better than the
fourth one didn't breathe any life. In fact, it sucked a lot of life out of the film. Considering it's a nearly 3-hour-long film.
Clearly, we didn't watch the same movie.
Clearly, Megan still has no taste. At least when it comes to the fourth movie.
Like I always say.
And I prove it right every time and time again.
You cannot say shit about my taste.
Yeah. But yeah, this one, what did you think about it for the most part?
I liked it.
You liked it? Megan's, oh, it's alright. I like it. It's alright.
It's too soon to give away the rating.
No, I'm just saying, like, what did you like about it?
Anthony Hopkins, for one thing.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins kind of makes this movie very, very fun.
Move your fathers! That's so funny. Oh, yeah, he was like one of the best parts. Like him just being a goofball and just...
being a little insane.
At least just being himself.
Yeah. It's like if Hannibal Lecter decided to have a goofy streak.
Yeah, and he kind of narrates parts of the film, and I realized, like, he has, like, the perfect voice for narration.
No, it was either him or Morgan Freeman. Or Peter Weller. You know, Peter Weller? What am I thinking of?
RoboCop.
Well, Peter Weller actually has a pretty good voice, too, but, who does Optimus Prime?
Peter Cullen. I think Cullen? Cullen?
Here we come to IMDb time. I'm going to pull it up 7 years before you do. I don't even know why you're even bothering. Especially considering I have an app, you don't.
And I have to unlock my phone.
Yeah, I'm done. But anyway, you were saying. Here, you stop. You talk about the movie. I will tell you what his name is.
It's in the end credits!
What?
They said it in the end credits. They had the name in the credits and the voices thing.
Yeah.
But
thanks for the, duh moment. Thanks for saying that.
Well, I know his last name is Cullen. Like Peter or Mark or something. Some biblical name.
It's not Mark. I can say that much. His name is not Mark.
Anyway. Yeah, there's also a British robot that works for Anthony Hopkins. He's really funny, too. Kind of reminds me of that one robot from, was it not The Force Awakens?
I'm going to tell you if you don't know it. It is Peter Cullen. I was getting him mixed up with Frank Welker. That's your mom wanted to call him Welker and Weller. Yeah.
Oh my god, what's that movie? The Star Wars movie that...
There's a lot of them. There's 8.
The standalone one!
There's 8. Technically, it's not standalone no matter what.
Well, I mean, it's a prequel to the...
It's a sequel, actually.
Oh, God. It is already
Megan is failing hard That plane is crashing and it's burning.
It's not The Force Awakens. That's the one that came out after that. What is it? Just tell me.
It's Rogue One.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know why that was so hard for you to remember.
I can't. Like, I know I saw it. It's hard to remember the damn name of the
Because
thing.
Megan has, it's like remembering stuff. Remembering stuff is not my specialties.
I have bad memory. I think we've established this in previous videos. If not, well...
Yeah, how could she even say that the fourth movie was good? Or how can she also say that the second movie is not flawed?
I'm not saying it's perfect.
But you compared it also to the first movie. We're talking about Transformers.
Still.
Although I will say, still the best Transformers movie is the 1986 one. The Transformers, the movie, is still the best movie of them all. Can't get wrong with, just good old robot killing action and Leonard Nimoy being awesome and a bad guy.
And Optimus Prime getting killed.
Oh, that just grabs your heart and squeezes it, and crushes it, and then steps on it for good measure. Yeah,
But anyway, yeah. The British robot that works for Anthony Hopkins remind me of that one robot from Rogue One. The
K2.
Yeah, K2. Did you know that wasn't me? Yeah, he's very smart-assy and very funny.
Do you remember his name?
The robot from this movie?
Mm-hmm.
I know they said his name, but I just...
Cogman.
Yeah, Cogman.
That might be something from one series. I can't remember. Some of this stuff, like, I gotta have that robot. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who is that? But yeah, I'm fine with that still.
Yeah, like some of the random introduction of Megatron's minions.
Yeah,
like
Michael Bay
Mohawk.
totally didn't watch Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like Mohawk and...
Onslaught. Can't remember some of the other ones. It's a bad thing. It's like...
Dreadbot or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like who the fuck are these guys? Like, where did they come from?
Well, Shockwave's dead. Starscream's dead. You have all the major...
Barricade's still alive.
Yeah, he's the only one. And it's like, hey, yeah, we forgot to wrap up his tale from the first one. Here he is. There, he's there. He's doing stuff.
Yeah, he's like spying on people.
Yeah. Yeah, Soundwave's dead as well. It's like, you really don't have any alive Decepticons anymore.
So they just make them up.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It doesn't help they really just kill them left and right. It's like, oh yeah, they sort of have a personality. I will give this movie some credits. Like, it tried to give the Decepticons, who usually are just kind of like nameless goons, some sort... They gave them like voice actors and actual like personalities. That's the reason why I kind of liked the little introduction thing. I was like, oh, they're actually going to have a point. Nah, they're just kind of nameless faces to die. That's kind of what happens to them. They're just kind of there and then they die. It's like, alright, thanks for that. It's a problem all the Transformers movies have had. It would be one thing if somebody could just deal with that issue right there, but... Oh. So, what else did you like about this movie? If we can talk about stuff you like.
I liked it was funny. It's like in the... I'm pretty sure that was John Goodman, that one character.
Yeah, John Goodman's Hound.
Yeah, yeah, like, I liked him. I don't know why. Just John Goodman being John Goodman, I guess.
Well, there's John Goodman. Do we need a better reason than that?
Well, he's not, like, perfect in everything he does, but... Like, he's usually...
Name a movie where he's not memorable or likable, at least.
Well, there's some movies where he's not meant to be likable.
Like what?
Revenge of the Nerds, for one thing.
But he's still memorable. That's what I'm talking about. He's memorable. He always makes his presence there. You notice him.
Got beat by a bunch of nerds.
Okay.
Or however the line goes.
Figured it would be better using the line. Alright, hit the charge. Shit, we forgot to practice. Best damn line ever. And not besides John Goodman and Anthony Hopkins, anything else you like from the movie? Just staring at me like I have the answer to life written on my face. I mean, I can tattoo a 42 on the middle of my forehead. Smart joke for you, folks. Yes.
It was funny. It was a good story. I did like more of the exploration of like Cybertron and its destruction, and more like the. I don't know if I should spoil it. What pretty much our planet is supposed to be.
Oh. I'm gonna spoil it. So it's Unicron.
Yeah.
That does not make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But I will give him this much. It sets up for a sequel that I'm interested in seeing. I'm like, where are you going to take this? Because now I'm curious. I'm curious as hell.
Yeah.
It feels I have a lot of Halo flashbacks. Okay. In Halo, eventually humanity, is expanding to the universe and everything, and then they come across the Covenant. The Covenant are a species of, or pretty much a nice way of thinking about it is a galactic group that has decided to band together. Because you got the elites, the grunts, hunters, jackals, stuff like that are actually different species of aliens are all working together. And they are all drawn together in believing that the Forerunners, as they call them, are, the ones they worship and everything. I'm butchering the Halo universe. I'm very sorry, y'all. It's shorthand at best. But they believe humanity is a blight upon this. So their religious fervor pretty much pushes them to exterminate all of humanity. Comes to find out, only humanity actually can control Forerunner stuff. One of the main Forerunner things is Earth. It is, in fact, one of the main keys that can activate all of the Halo rings, which will destroy the Flood. Which the Flood are zombies in all essence. Yeah, I know y'all want to back. More than they're zombies. Just straight up zombies. Don't try and deny it, Halo fans. But the reason why this is a problem is because to activate the Halo rings and destroy all the Flood, it will actually activate and destroy all life in the universe. These Halo rings, because the Forerunners are kind of psychopaths. And that's how it is. There is much more into it, but Halo 4 really confused me, and I haven't played 5 yet. So.
Alrighty.
Yeah, in all essence, there's a lot of Halo-ish here. It's like, oh, we happen to be the site of this ancient weapon in a way. Or this ancient thing. We just didn't know it. It just happened to be. Which makes me really question about the second one, which is where I begin to talk about this movie digging up some plot holes.
You mean the Knights being older than the Primes?
That. But also in the fact that...
And Charlie goes off on his rant.
Not really rant, just me trying to dissect the actual movie itself and to try and figure out this film's timeline, how all these things mesh together. Alright, we already know that the big problem what was destroying Cybertron, according to the second movie, was its lack of energon. It was dying from energon. And the thing that would harvest suns, which was supposed to give them energon, would have been able to bring Cybertron back to life. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, why is that on Unicron, technically? It's one of them weird things that just doesn't make sense. And not only that, but to spoil a little bit of the movie, but you've seen her, the young lady or the pretty much like little metal like floaty lady that entrenches Prime.
Quintessa?
Yeah, she's Quintessa. If y'all have watched the 4th or 3rd season of the Transformers show, the Quintessans were originally the group that came from, obviously, Quintessa to try and fight the Autobots and, destroy Cybertron and everything. Transformers series got really weird in this last season. But, now, if you are a little confused, it's like, where does all this fit together? Because supposedly Quintessa, she can like infect the Transformers and make them evil, and maybe that's how Megatron. There's hints at different things about Megatron and Prime's past. Never mind the fact it's weird because Megatron's dead, I remember, and I know he got brought back, but technically he called himself Galvatron, and then he didn't call himself Galvatron, and he was like these little block things from the fourth one, and oh my god, this timeline is weird. This whole movie has just this one problem, which is the timeline. But if you can get your head away from the timeline trying to think about the actual plot, well, the actual plot compared to the other movies, this is a very fun movie. This is a easy, sit down, popcorn, enjoy yourself film.
Also,
Yes.
as far as plot holes, Quintessa said that it was the war between the Autobots and Decepticons that destroyed Cybertron.
Which that actually is kind of true if you think about it with the second movie. Originally, they said, "Oh, we don't do it to inhabited planets." Again, it still makes us wonder, okay, well, how is Unicron there? And it's our plan. But nope. Not trying to delve into that one because my brain's gonna explode. But originally, the Fallen, the Prime who turned against his brothers, he originally was trying. He pretty much started the Decepticons. They needed that energon. He hid the weapon, or they had that weapon. The Primes pretty much hid the only way to fire it, or actually not really a weapon, but the energy collector, so they could sense
Matrix of leadership.
Yeah, which
like that.
doesn't make any sense. Like why that's the control key? Why didn't you just call it the Matrix at that point? But either way. But that thing would have actually powered up Cybertron, helped to keep them all going. They pretty much exhausted all the energy because they couldn't replenish it. Their war that guy started, in all essence. Kind of get what I'm saying. It's like, it does
Like,
sort of.
okay, that makes sense when you put it like that.
Yeah, it still has its weird quirks and herky-jerky parts that don't make a whole lot of sense. But that's Transformers for you. This movie's kind of beating itself into a corner. I wouldn't say beat itself, but it's kind of like wrote itself in this weird corner, so it's like, alright, well screw it, I'm just going to start hacking at the wall until I find my way to a plot that makes sense. Alright, cool, go ahead. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, yeah, I'm with you. I think there was hints, especially like with a little red streak on Megatron's face.
Yeah, and also
that he was corrupted by Quintessa.
yeah,
like,
and not only that, but sorry to give away some of this movie. I'm going to try not to give away too much of the movie. Like, the biggest reveal is just the Unicron thing. Like, that's the biggest thing I'm going to talk about. The rest of it, we're not really going to delve into. But, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of spoil it in the trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Optimus Prime being corrupted by Quintessa.
Mm-hmm. And when he gets the red streak. Or purple streak. Whoever knows what it is.
Red.
Purple, red. Magenta. There we go. We'll go with that one.
Yeah, I noticed, like, towards the end, like, Megatron and Red Streak's like, huh. And they mentioned that they used to be brothers, like, Yeah, that got me thinking, it's like, well, maybe, he was corrupted too, and it's like, maybe, this is the time that Optimus will, snap mad at it. But, no.
Though, like I said, I actually like that, like Megan's talking about them kind of, like, talking to each other, Megatron and Optimus. That actually did the one thing that these movies always have kind of an issue with, and that is building a backstory between characters. Like, there's a lot of backstory to the actual creatures, the species. We don't know Prime's backstory even that much. We don't know Bumblebee's too much. This movie actually gave us that. It let us see Bumblebee be badass and makes you want to see a Bumblebee solo movie, which they are going to do. If they said during World War II, I will actually kind of be like, alright, I'll put up with it. Even though I know it's Captain America in all essence. But on top of everything, it makes us want to see more of the backstory between Prime and Megatron. That is something I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's a good thing. Sure, it might just be just a random thing they drop in here. It's a line we put in. Cool. And that's going to make me a little upset, but maybe it leads to something. Maybe it doesn't. obviously they got a new writer for this. Over the fourth one, over the third one, and the second one. Because you don't have so much of where, oh, we're going to have a lot of this human stuff. Instead, there's a lot more to deal with the Autobots. Sure, there is still a human, like the main one, I can't remember his name, it's Cal? I'm going to look it up simply because I can't remember Marky Mark's name. Cade! Yeah, that's his. Yeah, Cade Yeager. But there's a lot more about him, and he is the main character of this film. And thank God, because Marky Mark is so much more charismatic of a character than any attempt Shia LaBeouf could ever be. Especially in the second one where he was nigh impossible to put up with. Or nigh possible to put up with. It's like, Shia, stop. Third one I could actually kind of put up with him a little bit more simply because I could, especially when you learn more about him, you kind of get why he's the way he is. This actually excuses a lot more from the third one, which is kind of weird. So, yeah, I'm going to try not, like I said, I'm going to try not to spoil too much of the movie, but yeah, we get a lot more focus on Cade. He is, like I said, a better actor, but not only that, but he's also a more interesting character than Sam ever was.
Yeah.
And the little girl that's with him, I was really worried that there was going to be a lot of her and she was going to be really insufferable. One, she's actually a good actress, which was good. Yeah. And two, she is really downplayed in this movie. She's just there. She does a few things, but she's...
Like, yeah, by the end, like, sorry to step on your toes here. Yeah, by the end, like, I kind of thought it's like, okay, there wasn't really much of a point to have her in this movie. Really, it's like, okay, except for, like, the blue robot, Squeak.
Yeah, the BB-8 of the series now.
Yeah, he's so adorable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't mind that. I don't mind the fact that it's like, oh, we're going to kind of make this more about Cade. And also the Megan Fox they're introducing in this one. Vivian? Was her name Vivian?
Vivian?
Vivian? Vivian? I think it's Vivian. Yeah, it's Vivian.
Yeah, Vivian. Yeah, she looked a little bit like Megan Fox.
Yeah.
You know, it's like someone with a British accent.
Oh. That's where I know her from.
What's that?
She's, Meredith Quill. Star-Lord's mom.
Ah.
I was like, why does this lady look so familiar? And yeah, she's pretty much the Megan Fox. Though, to be fair, she actually does do some smart things. Sure.
And there actually is a point, I will actually say.
Yeah, she actually serves a purpose.
Yeah, should we go ahead and...
Nah, we ain't gotta spoil it. We'll just say she serves a purpose, and it's not hackneyed, it's not stupid. It actually kind of makes quite a bit of sense.
Like, only she can wield this one staff. I won't give it away.
Well, Megan's giving it away already.
I'm not saying why.
You said she has to wield a staff. You're giving away a lot of
She's the only one that can wield this one thing. It's like, I'm not going to say why.
I would just say she's important. Megan just spoils the movie for you.
No, not really spoiling.
She can wield the staff that can control a Unicron in all essence and activate
I
it.
didn't.
There we go, because Megan is already spoiled enough of it.
I did. You're the one that took it that
because you already walked around it enough. It's like, alright, let's just say, because people can make, alright, she can just say what it is. Yeah, she can wield.
I was like, going to be like dropping hints. Like,
don't drop hints, just be vague.
That's what I was doing.
You aren't. You just strip. Oh, she wields a staff that does things. What things? Things. Not enough for me to want to go see because I want you to say something because you're not saying anything now. Yeah, she can. She's the only one that can use it, but it makes sense. But it makes sense why she can use it. It's not like one of these stupid things. It's like, oh, that's actually cool.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if I can, like, my biggest issues with this movie though is just its plot. It's so, if it works for the movie, but if there were other Transformer movies that came before this, it doesn't really work real well. And there were other ones, so it's like trying to fit that circle through the square peg. So there's just these weird spots that just don't work. Odd things through the timelines that don't mesh together. But other than that, it's a fun action ride. I got to see some stuff that you probably wouldn't normally see in terms of, you know, Transformers movies. Like actually seeing, y'all have seen, if y'all wonder what the big thing is the movie that's Cybertron. That's pretty much given away in the trailers. But yeah, seeing that actually coming together and doing what it's doing is actually kind of cool. And it feels always like this looming threat. Something that I touched upon in my Mummy review. That I like whenever, if you're going to have this big ominous threat, make it feel like a big ominous threat. Unlike with, well, I will go ahead and spoil it. I think you've all seen it now. Ares in Wonder Woman, where he didn't feel like an ominous threat throughout the entire film. He just kind of showed up. Ha ha! I'm the bad guy. Zoom. The fuck was that? I think Ares just came on set. Okay, that happened. Then she used Huey Lewis to defeat him. That was a good plan. But yeah, this is still a really good, well put together film. It feels epic in its own scope, which is strange to be able to do with those Transformer movies, which by a fifth movie should be running out of steam by now. But it feels like it's actually picking up the pace. It feels like, alright, we're getting some more story here. We're getting some more backstory. We're going to see stuff actually happening. We're getting some shit going down. And it feels that way. So, I'm interested in seeing more still. What about you? So, more you want to say about Transformers?
Not really.
Because Megan knows she'll start spoiling it more.
Also, I'm a little bit sleepy. I hate to admit this, but I dozed off a little bit towards the end. It's like suddenly they were at that one place, like, wait, how the hell did they get there? They were just at the thing. It's like,
One place?
The thing with the knights.
Oh, okay.
Last I saw, they were like in the submarines, like.
Oh, they just got there. Submarine got there.
Yeah, I dozed off for like a second. It's like, but I was so confused. How the hell did something get here?
Oh, and to touch upon this, some people might be wondering, oh, is he acting good? The acting's pretty fine in this. I was worried about Vivian. I was thinking she was going to be a little...
Megan Fox-ish.
Yeah, because Megan Fox can't, pull off any real, emotions.
I was more worried about the little girl.
Me too, but, she did good, and on top of that, she was a lot more downplayed than... She was played at the perfect amount. It's like, she was there, but she wasn't unnecessary. And only that, but the random black comedian guy, who wasn't really a comedian, but he just said funny things, he was just kind of there. And he wasn't creepy in any way. He was just kind of goofy. He was a Michael Bay character. But, yeah, the acting in this is actually pretty good. But, like I said, Vivian, she actually does what she needs to do. I'm not saying the actual actress's name, but I'm just saying as a character, she's good at what she does.
And little girl really surprised me because it seemed like in the trailer she was going to be a little bit over the top, like child actors tend to do. But it's like I was really surprised, like when at the beginning, this does not really spoil anything. When Campy died,
yeah,
like she was very appropriately like no.
It wasn't like over the top, like she just like tears streaming down her face. She was just getting.
And not only she didn't give a shit at all.
Yeah. She was just getting, obviously what somebody would if they've lost their family and all that stuff.
Yeah, because it was like the only family she had left.
Yeah, and that's the really
it was very appropriate for the moment. It's like, wow, this is like really good, kid.
It's like, oh, this is actually kind of touching me. It's touching me in the heart. I didn't know I had. Transformers doesn't need to make me feels. Mm-hmm. Not that it's going to punch you in the feels real hard. You don't quite have, the Transformers, the movie, where it's like, hi, are these your feels? Stab. Oh! Still cry at that scene every time. But yeah, this, like I said, I hate to sound like I'm just praising the movie, because I know everybody's real ambassador in this movie. It's like, does it have some of the tropes of what you would expect from a Michael Bay film? Yes, but it's all done really, really freaking well. You're not going to sit here and watch a movie where you're going to be like, oh my god, that is so predictable. There were a lot of times I'm like, well, where's this going to go? It's like, maybe you're wondering, or you probably think, oh yeah, the heroes are probably going to win. I don't know. That's actually the thing I can tell you. I can't tell you if the heroes really did win. Not just because I don't want to spoil the end of the movie, but because nobody really knows.
Yeah, the ending It sets up for a sequel. I will just say that.
It sets up for a sequel, but in the same vein that it's the perfect kind of sequel bait.
Yeah.
It's not quite Nick Fury, recruiting Tony Stark into the Avengers Initiative, but it's a pretty damn good little thing there.
It's definitely not Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah, well, you're angry. Why'd you do that?
Like, he. Like, putting on the yellow ring.
Yeah, why would Slasher do that? He seemed fine.
It's like, he has no motivation up to that point to put on that damn ring.
Yeah. It still pisses me off and confuses me.
And it's like just to set up a sequel.
That never came about.
I was like, I'm guessing they would have explained why he was putting that on, but it's like, you're not giving us enough of a reason. I mean, the story was dumb. The editing was really freaking crazy. And on top of that, like, this trying to set up the sequel with like no motivation. It's like, yeah, no, not happening. Sorry.
I will say that is one other issue with this film. The editing's a little funny. It's not Resident Evil Final Chapter, I want to punch Paul W.S. Anderson in the face till he's dead. Sorry, Paul W.S. Anderson. But it is editing where it's a little funny. Not in the action sequence. Action sequences are really well edited. Like when it decides to do the usual Michael Bay, I'm going to do slow motion. It actually looks really cool. And I will say with the opening sequence of where there's just this giant, medieval fight, I really want to see Michael Bay now do a sword and sorcery,
King Arthur
kind of tale. Just because I think he could do an awesome job. And obviously he could get like this really good scope the whole time. Like, nobody can sit there and fault Michael Bay's camera work. Like, unless you're going to talk about the fact, like, in the third movie where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to follow this girl's ass up the stairs. Like, alright, Michael, I get it. You like porn. But he always knows how to set up a shot. That is never a problem with Michael Bay. Mm-hmm. It's like, sure, his stories always tend to be a little on the more generic side, but they're fun. That's what Michael Bay likes. He likes to have fun.
Did you like the Stanley Tucci cameo?
Yeah, they still had Stanley Tucci in it, but he actually worked real well. It wasn't as annoying as you would think normally Stanley Tucci could be. So, just curious, what would you give this movie as a final score? Because otherwise we're just going to keep praising it and every now. Maybe every now and then, that's not working that well.
Yeah, I think my final score would have to be an 8.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
You give it a solid 8.
Mm-hmm.
Well...
No flip-flopping this time.
Well, here's where I would actually possibly be able to flip-flop. Because this movie could be an 8. But I actually enjoyed it a little more towards a 9. The editing can be funny. The storyline in the movie, if it was just a centralized only storyline and we didn't have any other characters, anything else, this could be a great story. Fitting into this universe... Magic jump cut! Yeah, again, battery died. I need to get a new battery for this camera. This one, as you notice, I actually have 2 different cameras because one has a lot crappier of a footage taking. So, yeah, I'm going to get a new battery for this one, so that way we don't have that problem as often. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like I said, self-contained movie, this would actually be a really fantastic film. This would be probably one of the best Transformers movies. Since the original one, not contained, it's the 5th one in the series, it brings up some plot holes. But it's such a fantastically done movie. It's got great acting. It's got actually, like, Anthony Hopkins really makes this movie very, very fun.
I could have sworn that one of the knights was voiced by Tony Todd.
Might be. I just would have to look it up.
I was like, it sounded like him. Holy shit, is that Tony Todd?
Yeah, fun movie. You're gonna sit there and enjoy yourself. I mean, if you're gonna be one of these uber super critical people who are gonna like, oh, Optimus Prime wouldn't do that. Oh, this happened. I wouldn't do that. You're gonna not like it. But if you're gonna sit there and want to nitpick everything, then you're gonna be, you're gonna always be an asshole, and you're gonna be disappointed in every movie you go to see. It's sort of like, I really kind of went into this, and I'll tell y'all, I went into this kind of not certain I was gonna like it. I was still looking forward to it, but I'm like, Eh.
Yeah, I was curious, but I was like, okay, please at least be decent, be kind of meh, be bad. And I was surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, that was actually quite a bit of fun. So, yeah, go see Transformers. It was
What's
last
your
night.
score?
It's a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not cutting that out. Yeah, sorry y'all are going to have a weird edit just because of me having to put this in at the end there. Yeah, this is a solid 9. I enjoyed the hell out of myself. I know y'all are probably thinking I'm way too easy on movies because I gave Mummy a 9. But to be fair, Mummy was a hell of a lot of fun. Like, people really shit on the movie. I'm like, y'all didn't watch the same movie as me. I have to figure because that was fun.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, go see Transformers last night. I would say you're going to enjoy yourself. Don't take your kids, actually, though. This one's a little on the violent side. A little bit more violent than other Transformers are.
At least don't take your baby.
Yeah, we had somebody decide to take a baby. I don't know how I always luck out on that. I didn't have one in Cars 3, which was weird. I was surprised I did not have a baby there. But oh well. Yeah.
You just like Optimus.
Yeah,
Like,
some guy got all happy because Optimus Prime showed up out of nowhere. It's like,
thanks, asshole.
like we didn't know he was in this movie. I just know the Waterhead decided to come to theater.
You're so wrong.
You're laughing at. Yeah, so that was fun. And next week, there will be for sure a review of Baby Driver. I'm going to go see Baby Driver. Really looking forward to it. Like Edgar Wright, I've disliked a grand total of one of his movies I can think of off the top of my head, which is Scott Pilgrim vs. World. A lot of people like it. I didn't. But yeah, there will definitely be that. If I can fit it, there might be a Despicable Me 3 review as well. We'll see how everything goes next week and everything. Alright, y'all? So, maybe Megan might be there with Despicable Me 3. Probably not, because I don't think Megan cares or seen the other two.
Yeah, I've not seen
Or
it.
Megan's even.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully there will be, 2 reviews. If not, at least one for sure. Or maybe Megan will go see Baby Driver with us. So we'll see y'all next week, everybody. So, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.